And we had a driver. I'm not going to say who because it's that own driver's business. I refuse to say who it is. But that driver, when we were like, hey, we're going to line up for Memorial Lap, guys. Everybody knew what was coming down the pipe. It was written on the pit board. Hey, if you guys want to participate, let's go. Driver told me flat out, oh, I'm not going to make the Memorial Lap. I got to work on my car. That's cool. No worries. I completely understand. You want to put on a great show. Totally cool. But where it got me is when I'm in the truck taking my lap for Rick, I see that driver standing belly up to the fence in the grandstands in turn one, munching on a corn dog, not even taking his freaking hat off, BSing with his significant other. That absolutely made me livid. And if I wouldn't have been in the public eye, I probably would have walked up the fence and had a conversation with him. Because, I mean, how much more disrespectful can you get? We're out here honoring a fallen member of our family. I don't care if you didn't like him. I don't care if, you didn't like the person that we're memorializing here. Be respectful. Stop working in your car. Take your hat off. Stand on the fence. Don't show your face. That's cool. I understand. It's to each is their own. I don't care if you're a track champion. I don't care if you're a points champion. I don't care if you're the winningest driver in Willamette Speedway history or anything. Show some freaking respect. Because if we don't respect each other, what else do we have? Respect doesn't stop when we take our helmets off. Respect doesn't stop when we get done, when we put our helmets on and go on the track. Respect is a 24/7 thing. It absolutely drives me insane.
I know it does, and I'll tell you right now, you're not the only person that bothered, because that particular situation that you're talking about was seen by a lot of people, and a lot of people had a lot to say about that. And you're right, that driver doesn't even deserve to have their name bashed on this show.
No, and I'm going to be respectful as I can be about the situation here, and I'm not going to call out that driver on the air because it's not. I'm going to respect his wishes not to participate in the Memorial Lap. No matter what he did during the Memorial Lap, that's a whole different story. But I talked to a couple drivers who actually brought it to my attention. I didn't prompt the thing. And you know what they told me? I saw that. We're going to settle it on the track.
Well, there was a few fans that brought it to me, and I saw it in the fans. There was fans that saw it. When the fans see that, that's never a good thing. No. When the fans rise and the gentlemen, they take their hats off and we're honoring one of our, like you said, family members. Yeah, you're right. It is disrespectful. It's completely classless, and there's no place for it.
No. And, to each is their own. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone has their own belief system. I get it. But let's respect each other.
Well, it goes back to even...
Well, the thing is, we all... Generalizing, we all do respect each other as our family. We are a racing family, and for one of our family to not respect a fallen member is just, it's so disrespectful. You don't have to be respectful, but don't be disrespectful.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. I agree. Well said.
That's the best way to say it, Warren. You took the words right out of my mouth, and I couldn't even come up with it.
Well, you're a little fired up. I wish you guys could see Joel right now, and I'm not making fun of Joel. I mean, this is something he's passionate about. This was, like I said. But I do agree with everything that you said. And I agree with what Warren said. You don't have to be respectful, but don't be disrespectful. And that was just a BS move. Period.
Yeah.
Low, very low.
And you know what? Here's the best part. I got it off my chest. I'll be over it in about 5 minutes once I stop shaking. So
and he is. He really is. He is.
Reliving that moment. If I was a driver, I'd settle it on the track.
Well, and
I'd take the checkers over that individual. But you know what? To each is their own. And when I go out there on the track, I don't care. You're a number. I'm going to take care of business and do what I need to do.
Right. Absolutely. I can't disagree.
Did you say absolutely?
I did not.
Yeah.
I heard it.
Definitely
we're
said
trying
it.
to refrain from using that word, but it's kind of a funny little game we're playing amongst ourselves.
Joel has brought it to the forefront and kept it there, and it's every other sentence begins with
Absolutely.
absolutely. It does. We'll get him broke, though.
Yeah.
He's like a wild horse, take a little work. But we're back to Northwest Dirt News. We are, a little over 2 hours in.
Anybody else have any hot pits?
I want someone to call in. You want to call in and talk to us, give us a call. 503-862-3478, DIRT. You're welcome to come on in, jump in, and give us a jingle. Yeah, we'll talk about that, too. Yeah, we've got to touch base on that here. We'll talk about the Loggers Cup at Cottage Grove.
Yeah.
Late models dominated by the 111 of Joey Tanner.
Yes.
Swept the weekend, and when Joey gets fired up, and he's trying to carry that momentum over to the next race, and he's possibly going to be in a modified at Willamette. We'll see what he does. But
I haven't seen any more on the 111 being for sale. Have you? Did the price go up?
I don't know. After those 2 wins, it probably did.
It's probably off the market now.
I would not be surprised if that's the case.
So. Hate to see him.
Whatever you do, keep the car, Joey. Settle down.
Yeah.
Relax a little bit. Get back behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Do what you do best.
There were some big names down there.
Cottage Grove had a huge weekend of racing last week. I heard, and I can't confirm this yet, but I did hear they had over 100 cars.
Yeah.
They had over 100 cars.
Let's see, they raced Friday and Saturday.
So there's the confirmation right there. Joey is going to be running Kersey Ferrando's Larry Shaw race car.
Nice.
For the 2000 to win at Willamette this weekend.
Nice.
Cool. So we'll see him there.
It's going to be a good night of racing at Willamette Speedway.
It's going to be a big one.
Guaranteed.
It's going to be, I don't know if we're going to have the car count that Cottage Grove had last week, but we'll have the quality. There's no doubt.
90-something?
I heard they were right around the 100 mark. I mean, even 90 is phenomenal.
Yeah, I think I saw 90 on Facebook on
that's great.
Somebody's post.
That's great, and that goes back to the hard work and the efforts of Heather Boyce and what she's doing down there. And
doing a phenomenal job.
She truly is. I mean, we've got to give credit where credit is due, and that lady deserves it. She is truly working her tail off to get that place back to what it once was, and so far, so good. She's doing a good job. I mean, there's no doubt. You can't argue that. When you start getting those kind of car counts and the stands are packed, and she's doing a heck of a job down there.
So we're going to have to get widescreen on this. For the late models at Cottage Grove, I've got a main event and a B main event. Did they have two mains each night? Did. Well, I only have August 12th on my.
Is that all that was posted?
Yeah, that's all I see anyway. If I go back here. Oh, there we go. There's the 11th. Okay. So, you want to go through both nights? Want to talk about the late models
let's
first?
talk about it. We got time. We got 45 minutes.
All right, let's talk about the late models in the main event on Friday night with Joey Tanner picking up the big W. Casey Vitale in second spot in the 541 RC car.
Casey is fast at Cottage Grove.
Casey's always been fast.
He has, and he likes that track down there. He loves to go down there on the high banks and drive her in.
And Trent Elliott come in third. Tomas Hunziker, fourth.
Good run
job,
for
Tomas.
For the 38. Yeah.
Kai Frick in fifth. Brian Norton, sixth. Steve Moore. Good job, Steve, in seventh. Curtis Townsend, eighth. He's a local Cottage Grove guy.
We've got some pretty fast guys here in the top 10 so far.
Yeah. Mike Peters in ninth.
Good run for Peters. That's 78, right?
88.
88. Ed's in the 78.
And Brad Short rounds out the top 10 in 21X.
So that's a pretty good.
So how many cars? They had 19 cars.
19 late models.
Let's go ahead and go on through the rest of the field. Ryan Ronning, 11th.
Okay.
Jeremy Short, 12th. Colin Weinberger, 13th. Something must have happened to him.
Let's find out what happened.
He had fast time at 14.400.
14.4.
Wow.
That's getting around pretty good.
Fast in the race. I didn't go to qualifying. But Jerry Phillips in 14th. Justin Riker, 15th. Chuck Christian, 16th. David Schmidt, 17th. Rob Williams, 18th. And Kevin Ropchan in 19th.
Kind of weird to see Dave Schmidt's name that far down the list. Wonder what happened to him as well, because he's fast down there.
Colin Weinberger's name that far down the list.
That's a big surprise. Anybody knows what happened to Colin on night one at Grove down there, let us know. I did not hear. I was busy at Willamette, and it's been a crazy busy week here at Jetstream since getting back from Hawaii, it's getting back into the
You
full.
keep rubbing that in, you're going to get killed.
He's going to kill me. Whoa.
I'll help him.
Man.
I didn't say I was going to do it.
Well,
I know people.
Listen. So he broke a drive line running second after starting 20th. That's what happened to Weinberger.
Wow.
He was flying. Driving that hard, you're going to break a drive line. Cottage Grove.
20th to second?
Yeah, and we know Colin, he's on the throttle, man. That sucks.
He's always wide open.
So I guess he started 19th, but that sucks.
I was
Sorry to
going to
hear
say
that.
there's only 19, so if he started 20th.
Dead last.
Dead
He started
last.
a lap down. He started a lap
Yeah,
down.
started the lap down, yeah. All right.
That's funny. So it's not funny, but I mean that was a funny joke. Sucks to hear that.
Casey got fast time in qualifying with a 12.926.
Wait, what?
12.926 in a
That's
late
right.
model at Grove. I wonder what the
Yes.
track record is. That'd be interesting to know down there at Cottage
I
Grove.
bet you widescreen can find it out for us.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. I
Shall
bet you
see.
Chris Frisbee hits us up here before widescreen finds it. 12.9 what?
It's a race,
still-
Frisbee. Get it together.
This is still Friday night. In the trophy dash, Trent Elliott won.
Here's a guy. I want to take a couple seconds to talk about him. This is a guy that's starting to put it together this year.
He's really put it together.
And the funny thing about it is, he took that open motor out and put that 525 in, and he has been on his game.
The things that make you go,
See?
Yeah.
Joey Tanner, 525.
Yeah.
Colin Weinbarger, 525. You look at what these 525s are doing, and it's hard to argue that it's not the way to go.
wow. In the trophy dash, Joey Tanner came in fourth with a fast time of 12.87.
12.87.
13.87, excuse me.
13.87.
I'm sorry.
12.87. Wow.
Yeah. There's a track record right
I was
there.
like, man, that's fast. That's getting around. I would like to know what that track record at Cottage Grove is.
Let's go to Saturday night just for reference. Go to the qualifying and the late models here. And Joey Tanner was fast qualifier with a 13.65. Casey Vitale second. Trevor Glacer, Steve Moore.
That was the
and
dasher.
Colin Weinberger rounding out the time.
That was top five in qualifying.
Jimmy Whistler sixth.
Whistler's fast. Yeah.
Always.
Good looking
Trent
race
Elliott,
car.
Seventh.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was
So some of those guys that we talked about on night one, Whistler, we didn't even mention him. So he was only there for one day. Trevor was there for
Friday night. Let me back
Trevor was
up
there
to
for the
it.
second night. I think Trevor was second or third. He had a good night of racing down there.
Qualifying.
That's his.
Well, yeah,
he's
I
been
didn't
down
mention
there
either one of
3
those guys
times this year at Grove.
Friday night. So they weren't there Friday night, obviously.
We got to see Whistler in action at Willamette a few weeks ago in the 28. Good looking race car. That car that's a pretty cool looking car. And Jimmy's always fast. He's got one of them big nasty open motors in there. That makes a ton of power.
You know who I don't see on here? 46.
Darren Koffel.
How come?
Probably took the weekend off.
Wow.
And he likes Cottage Grove. He's got a couple wins down there
Yeah,
this
he
year
does.
already.
Yeah.
Surprised to see him not there. Wow. Interesting.
It is.
What do we have for other winners in other divisions there at Cottage Grove?
Which night?
Let's talk about both of them.
Okay. On Friday night, we had the IMCA Modifieds. Let's just go right to the main event. Jesse Williamson.
No surprise.
Yeah.
No surprise.
Second was Aaron Sheeler. Eric Ashley third. Bryson James fourth. Colin Weinbarger fifth. Gray Ferrando sixth.
Wow.
Derek Young. John Campos eighth. Curtis Towns ninth. Gus Cooper 10th. Wow, how many did they have in here? 20 cars.
Wow. The top 10, though, I mean, all of those guys are fast. I mean, truly, that's a good top 10.
Yeah.
Any surprises on who's down way in the back? What do we got?
Jerry Schramm,
Where was he at?
20th.
What happened to Schramm?
This is I don't know. This is in the main. And he was down 2 laps. So anybody knows what happened there, let us know. Going through the rest of the field, Brian Thompson was 11th, Jake Maiden 12th, Zach Fettinger 13th, Craig Hansen 14th, Craig Britton 15th, Kevin Hewitt 16th, Mike Swear 17th, Greg McDonald 18th, Jeff Lovell 19th, and Jerry Schramm 20th. Now that's qualifying for IMCAs. or that? No, that was finished.
That was your
that
main
was the
event.
main event.